All right, hello everybody. It is Friday, July 1st, 2022. Let's wrap up the news week for Nintendo. Okay, so we have possibly our biggest episode yet of the Nintendo wrap. Of course, the rumors finally came true. We did get a Nintendo Direct in the form of a Nintendo Direct Mini, which we'll get to. Partner Showcase, no less. But there's also a Mario plus Rabbids Showcase and just a ton of other stuff happening this week. So this will definitely be the beefiest episode yet. But before we get into the Nintendo Direct stuff and even just any news, other video reminders, I did do a reaction to that Nintendo Direct Mini. I also posted a video talking about Square Enix and their crazy support recently for the Switch and just how many games they're releasing in general, so go check those out. They will be linked in the cards at the end and maybe a card at the top, I don't know. So go check out my other videos on my channel if you missed them. So let's get into the news. So before we get into the Direct, I like to start off with whatever recent updates or kind of just news items happen in terms of a game releasing or Switch Online updates. So we actually got a Genesis update right before I was getting ready to record. This happened, and I was like, oh, thank goodness this happened. So we're getting 4 new SEGA Genesis games added to Nintendo Switch Online for Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack members. Of course, we have Comic Zone here, Mega Man: The Wily Wars, Target's Earth, as well as Zero Wing. So 4 games. I've heard of them. See, that's the thing. I didn't grab the Genesis at all. I don't know if Comic Zone is actually a good game. I know I hear people talk about it a lot. And then, of course, you have Wily Wars, which is a Mega Man game, so that's awesome. Then Zero Wing and Target Earth I haven't heard too much about. But yeah, just a reminder, these games are coming to the Nintendo Switch Online immediately. They are available now, so go check those out. All right, and then we have the Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase, which was announced on Tuesday and aired on Wednesday, the following day at 6 a.m. I got up bright and early to react to that thing. Like I said, go check that out. I'm going to mismatch this a little bit because I think there are certain things in this that should be talked about first, and then we'll kind of progress and go through, not necessarily in order of importance, but just in terms of okay, these are the 3 big ones, and then everything else, basically. So starting off, number 1, baby, it has finally happened. Persona is coming to Switch. So we kind of had to assume this was going to happen based on the fact that they were announced for Xbox at the Xbox event. This is actually the closing announcement that they did for this Nintendo Direct Mini. Yeah, Persona 5 Royal coming on October 21st, Persona 4 Golden and Persona 3 Portable coming in 2023 at an undetermined date. We got some other information as well. Persona 5 Royal will be getting a physical release. The other 2 games will not, which is really disappointing. Same thing for Xbox and PS5 as well. Those games will be getting, Persona 5 will be getting physical on those, but no digital. So I'm hoping maybe we get an Asia release like we've been seeing for Chronicles and Legend of Mana. Obviously those are Square Enix, not Atlas. But yeah, Persona 5, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 3 Portable. Persona 5 Royal, I should specify, they are different. They are all coming to Switch, just like every other platform. Awesome to see. Thank you, Atlas. You have finally done right by the Nintendo community. It took way too long, but good on you. You finally did something right. All right, next up, this was the second to last announcement, I believe, and people aren't really talking about it that much. It was the thing that actually sprung me to make that Square Enix video that I mentioned. Square Enix announced a new farming RPG called Harvestella. So this is just another game from Square Enix. Pretty basic, I don't know, kind of Room Factory vibes based on just the farming and action combat stuff going on here. This is a Switch console exclusive. It is going to come to Steam as well, but launches November 4th, 2022, exclusively on Switch and Steam. New game from Square Enix, new IP. Awesome to see. Seems like a pretty big deal in my opinion. The game looks really good. Definitely more lower budget than some of our other Square Enix's other games, but yeah, I think this game looks really cool. I'm excited to see more, and yeah, we don't have long to wait either. November 4th, 2022, Switch exclusive or Switch console exclusive Harvestella from Square Enix. Really cool to see. And then we get into the ports and collections. There was a lot of this Nintendo Direct Mini, to be fair, since it was focused on partners. However, in terms of ports and announcements, I mean, obviously Persona was a port as well. Really good stuff. This is the stuff we've been waiting for, man. So starting off, we have Nier Automata, or Automata, however you'd like to say it, the End of Yorha edition, releasing on October 6th. This is one of the most requested Nintendo Switch ports ever, alongside Persona. Persona was number 1, obviously. I would say Nier was a close second or third. People wanted this game on Switch back in 2017 and 2018. I remember making a video about it on my old channel back in 2017 or 2018. So awesome to finally see. It is not a cloud version like some people were saying it would be if it ever happened. It is a native port running at 72030, I believe. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. Maybe it's 109030. But yeah. Cool to see. Not 60, but what do you really expect? Yeah, finally more people will be able to play. Nier Automata is getting a physical release, which is awesome. Includes the DLC on cartridge. Really cool to see. Then Capcom showed up. Wasn't expecting this so soon. I guess it has been a while since the last Mega Man collection, but still, I wasn't really expecting it this year, or to be announced this year. Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection coming to Switch in 2023, as well as, of course, other platforms. No Xbox, which is worth noting. So this is every Mega Man Battle Network game. This is Mega Man Battle Network 1, 2, 3 White, 3 Blue, 4 Red Sun, 4 Blue Moon, 5 Team Proto Man, 5 Team Colonel, 6 Cybeast Gregard, 6 Cybeast Falzar. These names are getting kind of crazy. So 10 Mega Man games in this collection. It's interesting, they're releasing them as 2 volumes, but you can buy them as like 1 collection. So I'm guessing it's probably $40 for the whole thing, and then you know, $20 a piece if you want to do it that way. So obviously you get 1, 2, and 3 in one collection, and 3 or 4, 5, and 6 in the other. So yeah, Mega Man Battle Network is coming back. Awesome to see. Always love Capcom doing these Mega Man collections. Now we just need to get like what Star Force and did they do ZX in the Zero collection? Probably not. So yeah, we're into the DS era now. They've done everything else. Capcom has been doing a great job preserving these games. And these collections are great. So yeah, coming in 2023 though, which is also funny because literally at the beginning of the Direct, they said this Direct Mini will focus on games coming out in 2022. And then they immediately showed like 5 games coming in 2023, which was just really funny. But we do have a game coming out very soon, actually, in 2022. August 26th, Pac-Man World RE-PAC. This actually leaked like an hour or so before the Nintendo Direct aired from the Snitch. Of course, if you don't know the Snitch, don't worry about it. This is a full remake of the original Pac-Man World. I never played that game when I was younger. I always wanted to play, I think, 2 on GameCube. And this looks phenomenal. They replaced Miss Pac-Man with Pac-Mom because of the licensing stuff with whoever, but this is getting a full remaster, physical release, $40, I believe. So yeah, awesome to see Pac-Man World coming back. It is an old game, but it is a remake, so I'd say this is a pretty cool announcement. All right, this is a new game announced. I guess we should have seen this coming. The writing was kind of on the wall. So a few months back, Konami announced, was it even a few months ago? It might have been like a month ago, actually. I think I might have talked about it on the first episode of Nintendo Wrap. I might be wrong. But Konami announced that Super Bomberman R Online would be shutting down later this year. Well, we know why now, because when they shut those down, they said we have more plans for Bomberman in the near future. Here we go. Super Bomberman R 2 coming in 2023. Sequel to Super Bomberman R, of course, from 2017. So 6 years in between this game. Not sure why they waited so long, but yeah, if you like Super Bomberman R, I'm sure there's going to be more of the same. There is a new mode where you can like create maps, it looks like, which is just really cool. So it has a level editor creation mode. So, and finally, it will also include the Battle Royale that we had. So yeah, Super Bomberman R2 coming out next year. Not Switch exclusive, coming to literally every platform on the earth. But yeah, cool to see Konami releasing video games. All right, we have a new release date for a Square Enix game. Dragon Quest Treasures, the spin-off game, is releasing on December 9th, 2022. I'm going to mention every game in this Direct. I think I listed everything in the Direct. I wanted to spotlight this one specifically because I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, someone watching this might know more, is this the first time a Dragon Quest game has released worldwide at the same time, not counting 11S Definitive Edition? I think it might be, unless there was some other spin-off that did, like Heroes, there's no way Heroes did. So yeah, I think this might actually be our first scenario where a Dragon Quest game is releasing worldwide in Japan, US, Europe on the same day. Huge step for Square Enix to be doing that without Nintendo publishing. So that's just awesome to see. I am so stoked about that. This game looks really fun. I thought it was a mobile game when they announced it a year ago. I'm not gonna lie, just kind of like I wasn't really paying attention. But seeing it in this Direct, it looks like a lot of fun. You're hunting for treasures, and it just seems like a nice little grind game. So this is coming on December 9th, another Square Enix game for the Switch. Also, is this coming to other platforms? It is exclusive to the Nintendo Switch, so that's another exclusive third-party game, although I imagine maybe later on that'll come to PlayStation. I just Googled it. So that game looks really fun. I'm excited to play that. All right, this was a weird announcement, but I thought we should include it. So Games, the developers of Dragalia Lost, if you remember that mobile game Nintendo made, with them, they developed it and then Nintendo published, and it's a Nintendo IP, Dragalia Lost. They actually shadow dropped a new game on the Switch eShop. It actually looks pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely a mobile game. It's definitely like from the hollow shell of a mobile game, and then they reused it for this. But just like a cute little 2D action game from Games. Little Noah, Scion of Paradise. Yeah. $15. I might check it out. Looks cute. Hopefully hopefully this is maybe the start of something where we could even see Dragalia Lost on Switch. That would be awesome, just to preserve that game, because, of course, if you don't know, that game is shutting down later this year. So, yeah, this is an interesting step from Sci Games, having them release a game on the Switch. Maybe we'll see some more from them on the Switch, and just in a partnership way with Nintendo. I mean, I can only imagine this game was shown here because of Dragalia Lost. So, Nintendo and Sci Games clearly have a pretty good relationship for them to be showing up in a Direct, and, yeah, I think it looks okay. It's a mobile game, but I'm interested in it. I'll probably check it out maybe when it goes on sale. A new game announcement, when they showed this, I was reacting to it. You can go watch the reaction. One of my friends said it was a DLC, and I was like, no, that doesn't seem right. A new Doraemon? I've always said Doraemon, but apparently that's not how you say it. Doraemon Story of Seasons sequel, Friends of the Kingdom, coming to Switch later this year, evidently. More Story of Seasons. I know people love their Story of Seasons. Doraemon, cool to see. Doraemon, I'm not going to fix my pronunciation. Doraemon. Cool to see Doraemon stuff coming out in the West. You know, that's not something you really expect because Doraemon is obviously very Japanese-centric for kids. But yeah, coming West later this year. Cool to see. All right, this one is really interesting. I did not notice it when I was watching the Direct, and I didn't really notice until after the fact when someone mentioned it to me. So I saw this game, and I knew it had to be like jump related, and I mean it literally says Jump Plus in the title, but I didn't make that connection because if you remember back in February, Shueisha, the publishing arm of Shonen Jump and all that in Japan, announced that they're making a Shueisha publishing kind of games arm within their infrastructure. I didn't expect them to capitalize on that so fast. I didn't expect to see the fruits of that effort so fast. Now, I will say the game doesn't look very good, and that game is, of course, Captain Velvet Meteor, the Jump Plus Dimensions. It comes out next month, or this month, actually. It's July 1st now, July 28th. It is a Jump Plus focused game. So you have Spy Family in there, you have Kaiju number 8 in there. Really weird, man. You have more Jump Plus series that I'm unfamiliar with. Maybe Trojan X, I'm not sure. But yeah, a Jump Plus game with Spy Family in it on the Switch, just so weird to see this, because they could have been made a Jujutsu Kaisen tactics game, or I don't even know if this is a tactics game, to be honest. They could have made so many things, but Jump Plus with Kaiju number 8 and Spy Family, yeah, that's really weird. And cool to see from Shueisha. Hopefully we get more stuff from their publishing arm that's on niche stuff like this, we're never going to get a Kaiju number 8 video game unless that series blows up in popularity more than it already has. So, to see, or Spy Family, you're not going to get a Spy Family video game, but this way you can have Lloyd in a video game, and that's really cool. So I'm hoping Shueisha continues this effort in games publishing, maybe with some more higher budget stuff, because this does look pretty cheap in my opinion. But yeah, just really interesting to see. I'm keep an eye on Shueisha, see what they do with the game stuff, especially because, Bandai Namco has most of their IP. So I wonder maybe that's why they did this. Maybe that's why they're doing the Jump Plus stuff. We'll see. But yeah, it comes out very soon, 4 weeks from now. So if you're interested, keep an eye out for it. All right, now we're going to speed run a ton of stuff. And I know I'm skipping Mario plus Rabbids for now. There's a reason for that. So let's go over all of this very quickly. So Live Alive has a demo out right now. I have not played it yet. You can play it through a beginning portion of 3 of the paths in that game. I'm excited to play that. Looking forward to it. And that game, of course, comes out, I think, on July 22nd or something like that. So very soon. That's out right now. You can go download that. And then we just have a ton of games that I don't really have much to say about, but I want to mention every game. I think this is every game. If I miss one, I'm sorry. We have Return to Monkey Island. That comes out later this year. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. This is from the team that made Scion Wild Hearts. That comes out next year. That looked really interesting. Railgrade, train game. I don't know. Blanc. This is this really interesting black and white game with 2 dogs. I thought that game looked adorable. Probably going to be tragic because one of those dogs is going to die. But I thought that game looked really cool. We have Portal, which is out now on the Switch. The Portal Companion Cube Collection. Available now, $20, very cheap. Apparently they're like really good ports. Has the console content, has gyro controls. So awesome to see Valve doing good stuff there. RPG Time, The Legend of Rights. I think this was in a Nindy showcase or whatever they call them now, Indie World. I think this was in one of those, or maybe a State of Play. Very cool art style. Comes out in August. Looks interesting. Disney Dreamlight Valley. Early access on September 6th. Early access. Yes, you heard me right. So that's, whatever. Rise. Sunbreak got a new trailer with more content roadmap stuff. I don't know. They keep releasing like new roadmaps for Sunbreak, and I don't know what's new and what's not anymore. I don't play Rise actively, so I don't know what's going on with that game anymore. But yeah, Sunbreak is available now also. I guess I should have mentioned that at the top of the video, because that is our big Nintendo exclusive this week. But yeah, Rise Rise Sunbreak got a new showing here. And then Sonic Frontiers, they showed these cyberspace levels, I think is what they're called. These are like the linear, levels, not the open world stuff. They look better than anything else they've showed. Don't know why they waited so long, but yeah, Sonic Frontiers. Worth noting, Sonic Frontiers also Game Informer's Game of the Month for July, so we're going to be getting a ton of information on that game throughout the month. I probably won't cover it all, but if there's something major, I will. We also got to see the Switch version running in action. It looked better than I thought, to be honest. There was definitely a lot of pop-in, and it didn't look great, but that can be said about the PS5 version also, and the PC version, I guess that's what they've been showing. So, yeah, Sonic Frontiers, cyberspace levels, looks pretty cool. It's like the shrines, I guess, of this game, of course, from Breath of the Wild. So, yeah, that wraps up the Nintendo Direct Mini. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on it down in the comments below. I did skip Mario plus Rabbids because that's the next headline for this video, but yeah, let me know what you guys saw of the Nintendo Direct Mini. I thought it was actually really good for a partner showcase. A lot of cool new announcements in terms of collections and remakes and ports, as well as, Persona. I don't really care about Persona that much, but that is huge. That is a huge announcement. Those games are going to sell so well on the Switch. So yeah, I thought it was a pretty damn good partner showcase. Okay, now I skipped Mario plus Rabbids because there was actually a whole event dedicated to Mario plus Rabbids that I wanted to talk about. So, in the Direct Mini, we got a new trailer for Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, confirmed the release date, October 20th, 2022, so a little bit later than I guess some of us were expecting. I was maybe expecting like late September or something, to kind of have that 2 releases in September that Nintendo likes to go for. But yeah, October 20th, coming very soon. This year, I'm excited to play it. They showed off more of the gameplay. It is not, we knew this. It wasn't going to be grid-based anymore. It's like this circle thing going on. And then they announced in that Direct Mini that there would be a showcase the following morning from Ubisoft. We watched that showcase. It was an okay showcase. The game, it's Mario plus Rabbids, to be honest with you. It looks cool. But the big announcement here is that there is another season pass for this game. I guess we could have expected that because it is a Ubisoft game. There's a gold edition. There's a physical gold edition if you're interested in that. Of course, it'll just be a code in the box. I'm moving this because my arm was dying. I just picked this up the other day. I'm excited to play this. But there will be a season pass with, let me see exactly what it says here. So they're just placeholder dates right now, but the first and second pack show that they'll be releasing before December 31st, 2022, with the third one releasing March, or the third DLC releasing before March 31st, 2024. So we might be seeing a similar situation that we did with the first game, where we get a couple smaller DLC packs and then a massive DLC pack, like with the Donkey Kong Adventure, which would be really cool. I've seen a lot of people suggesting that hopefully that big DLC will be a Yoshi's kind of island DLC, because they did confirm that Yoshi and Rabbid Yoshi will not be in the game, which is sad, but what are you gonna do? We have that new character Edge. We got the villain Cursa. The game looks really good. We have, I think it's Yoko Shimomura doing music for this game alongside Grant Kirkhope and someone else. I apologize, I forget their name. So yeah, this game looks really cool. Pre-orders are up now in the eShop. You can download it, or I guess you can just pre-order it. They stop that. But yeah, go pre-order this game. GameStop does have an exclusive Steelbook, by the way, if you're interested in that, if you're in the US. So yeah, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'm very excited. I love the first game. I think more than a lot of people. So yeah, I'm excited to finally get my hands on this game. All right, this next one wasn't in the Direct, but I'm surprised that it wasn't. I was totally expecting it because it was announced like the night before for PS4. But Shin-chan, Me and the Professor on Summer Vacation, the endless 7-day journey, is getting localized. I never expected this. So this was announced, I think, in a partner showcase last year, or maybe even in 2020, or just a Direct last year or something, in Japan. And it's just a really cozy looking. If you played Attack of the Friday Monsters on 3DS, it kind of reminds me of that. You're just playing a Shin-chan. You're running around this village talking to people. Looks really cute, really funny art style. Getting a retail release with, or not retail. I might be getting a retail release, but it is being localized nonetheless, with English, Japanese, German, Spanish, and Portuguese as subtitles. I don't think it's going to be dubbed, but yeah, really cool to see. Wasn't expecting this game to get localized. Game looks beautiful, and I'm just shocked that it's coming to the West. Okay, now I thought we were done with this. I thought maybe this Direct Mini would be the start, or the end of the chapter for Nintendo Direct rumors, but no, we're just getting started. So Jeff Grubb, of course, over at Giant Bomb, the day before the Direct, after the Direct was announced, talked on his podcast or Games Mess show, whatever he calls it, about some Nintendo stuff that he knows. So he basically just reiterated what we already knew from Emily Rogers, that Metroid Prime Remake is done. He says it will most likely be released in November to coincide with the 20th anniversary. I don't know if that's actual information or just speculation, but regardless, he said it is done. And then he also said, this is interesting, but Emily has been saying it too, to be fair. He said that he has also heard that Metroid Prime 2 and 3 remasters are also done, but they won't be released at the same time. So what people are speculating now is Metroid Prime in November, and then 2 and 3 released by themselves, maybe on the eShop or something, throughout 2023. And then, yeah, Metroid Prime 1 will be a full-on remake, while 2 and 3 are just simple kind of ports, upscales, remasters, whatever you want to call that at this point. So, grain of salt, we don't know until we know. But alongside that, he did say that he has heard that there will be a Nintendo Direct Mini with first-party games in July, which makes sense based on his initial reporting back in May of Nintendo splitting up their E3 Direct into smaller events over the summer. Now, I might make a video on this in of itself, because I think it's fun to talk about, but we're already seeing it. We had the Xenoblade Direct last week, then we had the Nintendo Direct Mini this week, then I'm thinking, maybe next week, Pokemon trailer or something, which wouldn't really be Nintendo's kind of jurisdiction, but still Nintendo stuff. Then maybe a week after that, we get a regular Nintendo Direct with the rumored Fire Emblem game and Metroid Prime. Then you go a few weeks, you get a Splatoon Direct, then maybe at the end of September or something, we get, right before the summer ends, we get a Zelda Direct or something along those lines, man. That would be awesome if they really want to spread out their news cycle over the entire summer. That would make the most sense to me. So, yeah. All with a grain of salt, though, of course. We don't know until we know, but keep an eye out. We might be getting another Direct Mini sometime soon. I mean, it is July. I wouldn't be too shocked if it's in the first week, but maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, just grain of salt. I always talk about the relevant rumors of the week, and I just wanted to mention those, so let me know what you think. Okay, so this one is really weird, but I wanted to mention it because a lot of people have been talking about it. So Nintendo had their annual general meeting of shareholders, and in that we found out that their raw material cost has more than doubled what they spent in 2019. Raw materials being like, components and all that kind of stuff. 2019 was the year that the Switch Lite released, as well as the revamped Switch V2 with the better battery life and piracy stuff fixed. So why is 2022... Why are they spending more money when in 2020 or 2019 they had new hardware releasing? So people are like, does this mean a Switch Pro, Switch Lite OLED? What could it mean? It probably means nothing. Let's be honest. I don't think anything's coming out this year. At most, we might get something like in March, like a Switch. I don't think we're going to get a Switch Pro personally. I think a Switch Lite OLED makes more sense for Nintendo, but wanted to point it out there. People are speculating based on the fact that they have spent more money on raw materials this year than 2019, that we may be getting new hardware soon. We will see. I feel like people have been talking about new Nintendo hardware for the past 5 years, and I don't really care anymore. I genuinely am so not interested in new Nintendo hardware right now. We are getting so many games. I am too focused on playing the games to care about hardware. So we will see. Who knows? All right, a couple of Xenoblade 3 related things I'm going to talk about. Of course, on Twitter and on the blogs and all that, they have been updating this game a ton with new characters and all that. We're not going to go into the granular details here, but I did find this interesting. People noticed between the different trailers, they actually have different lip sync for English and Japanese. I don't know if that'll apply to other dubs, but yeah, really nice attention to detail from Monolith Soft. That's not something you would expect a Japanese studio to do, but yeah, for the English dub, they have different lip syncs for the models, which is just, really nice. You don't expect that. At least I don't. Not from a game like this. Not from a JRPG. So I thought that was worth noting. And then on the same other side of the coin, negative thing, not Monolith Soft's fault, the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Special Edition did go up again, and it has sold out, of course. I was actually able to get one. I think most of my friends were able to get it, but if you weren't able to get it, I'm sorry. Nintendo really fumbled the bag with this one. So if you don't remember, to catch you up, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago they put them up, and the site was down for like 9 hours. A couple people were able to get it, but not many. This time, the site was, you were in a queue the entire time. I was in a queue for like 5 hours, and I eventually got it, but that's not acceptable. So yeah, I hope anybody watching this video was able to get it. If not, I am sorry. Hopefully they restock them very soon after release, but yeah, they are sold out now. They said they were going to set the limit at 1 per account. That did not happen. People were able to get multiple. So, I don't know. Nintendo's website sucks. So hopefully they never do this again. Hopefully it was just circumstantial based on the fact that they moved the release date up. But yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Special Edition debacle is seemingly over for most of us that got it now. And yeah, really, really annoying that they fumbled the bag once again. Okay, I've not seen many people talking about this. It is interesting, I think. Just worth noting. We need to talk about some third-party stuff here. Spellbreak, that free-to-play witches magic kind of battle royale game. I think it was free-to-play. Yeah, it had to be free-to-play because my roommate played it. He doesn't buy games. That game is ending development in early 2023. The servers are shutting down in early 2023, I should say. And, you know, that's kind of sad. You know, people liked it. Whatever. And then the next day, it was confirmed that Blizzard is obtaining the team that makes Spellbreak, which is just sad because you know what they said? They said they're going to work on WoW. The team that made this Battle Royale game are going to work on WoW expansions. That sucks. That is a 100-person team that made a really interesting Battle Royale Magic game, and now they're just gonna work on WoW expansions. So thanks Blizzard. Thanks for taking another one. Thanks for taking another promising developer away from us. You're a really great team, Blizzard. You're a really good company. And with that, we just have our Nintendo Switch eShop top 5 to go through before we end up the episode here. So interesting this week, I have to say. I was surprised to see number 1 still at number 1. So number 1 was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Once again, just like last week, that game must be doing crazy numbers because number 2 is Three Hopes, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, by the way. Gonna do a review of that game. I just beat my first route, Scarlet Blaze. That game is freaking phenomenal. If you like Three Houses, go play it. And if you like Warriors games, go play it. Easily the best Warriors game. I liked it more than Three Houses personally. So, yeah, go check out Three Hopes. That's number 2. Number 3, Stardew Valley. Number 4, Switch Sports. And number 5 is Mario Strikers Battle League. And then number 6, wanted to mention it, Portal Companion Cube Collection. I think next week we will probably see Portal Knockout Battle League Mario Strikers, so I will probably never see Mario Strikers in the top 5 again. But yeah, TMNT, huge success for that game. Three Hopes probably will never hit number 1 now, but yeah, great stuff all around. So there you guys have it. That is going to end us this week on the Nintendo Wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. I would love to hear you guys' opinions on all of the news this week. Of course, that Nintendo Direct really knocked our socks off. I've seen a lot of people like negative about it, and I'm like, man, that Direct was awesome. If you put Metroid Prime Remake at the beginning of it and a new Breath of the Wild 2 trailer at the end of it, people would be calling it one of the best Directs ever. So for a partner showcase, that was pretty damn good. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at BotoxMedia. Join my Discord, link to that is down below. And until next time, thank you all so much for watching with me. Peace.